Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lele. Welcome to Lele's Artistic Jewelry Design channel. Welcome back all of my fellow subscribers, and if there's anyone new watching, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be crocheting a necklace from May's bead box, bargain bead box. I got to get caught up on a couple of boxes here since I've been out recovering. So before we get started with any project, I always read my book of blessings to bless someone so they can pass it along to someone else. Hopefully everyone is having a great day, a great week so far, and everyone is having a good time, enjoying the warm sunshine, the warm weather, if it's nice and warm and sunny in your region. I know it's nice and warm here in Michigan. So we have been enjoying the warm weather. Without further ado, let's get into the reading of the word. To bless someone, it says, God, help me notice the little things and be grateful for them. All too often, we rush through life and don't notice the blessings all around us. I am grateful for the chance to see beauty in the smallest details. Help me remember to slow down and look. I am grateful for the little bits of beauty scattered through my day. This concludes our blessing reading for today. Hopefully it bless you, and may you be a blessing to someone else. Now, we are going to be using, and I say using, the 1 millimeter, 12 millimeter crochet hook. And if you can see that little bitty hook right there, that's what we're going to be working with. And we're going to be using my Bead and Stones beading wire, gold beading wire. And as you can see, I already have some that's beaded on there, that's crocheted on there. I used a single crochet. It may not be the perfect chain, but I'm getting back into my groove. And this beads right here, these round floor beads right here, let me see if I got the right one. We are going to be using some beads from May's Flowers 2 collection from the bargain bead box. So I'm going to get out some of the beads, tell you some of the beads that we're going to be using here. We are going to be using the Deep Sea Green Beads Crystal Bicones, number 8. Let me see, we got some purple on there, so we're going to be using the Synthetic Crackle Round Beads in Violet. And we're going to be using the Rose Quartz round beads 4 millimeters. So we're going to be using those. We're also going to be putting on the pendant, which is the gold plated brass and cubic zirconia floral rectangle pendant. This is all from the Mayflower collection of May. Let me see, there were some other beads in here that we're going to be using as well. Let me see. Where's that bunch of beads at? Okay, yes, and we're going to be using the porcelain floral beads. We're going to be using those as well. So these are the beads that we're going to be using. And I already have some strung up on my gold wire here. Let me just get that situated, because whenever I come into it, so see, these are the beads we're going to be using. So I'm going to roll some of my wire back up on here, put my hook down. I don't need that in the way right now. I just need to roll some of this up. And you're gonna need like real fine wire, or you can even use embroidery wire or embroidery thread to do this project. You don't have to use wire, but I choose to use the fine gold wire by Bead and Stone. It's just the right thickness wire I need to do this project with. I'm trying to keep it from twisting up and getting the kinks in it. Okay, so I'm gonna drop it down some. And when I need a bead, I'll pull it down. So I'm just going to clip it on there like that. And I'm going to give them a little hook. And I can tell you now that this can be very tedious. Let me put on my other eyes. So in order for me to see my hook, that little bit of hook, I'm going to need my magnifying glasses. Okay, so I already got it in the little loop right there. Give me just 1 minute, because I'm going to put y'all in. Okay, so I got you a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So it's in my little loop right there. I already got that little bead attached. So I'm going to go in and I just pull it together like that. Okay. My hook is right there on it. Probably can barely see that hook, but I have my hook right there. And you gotta really make sure you got it hooked on there. And as you can see, I put it through. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that. Then I gotta go through. I make sure my fingers is positioned here, because I gotta hold on to that bottom thread. Okay. Make sure I got a hold of that. Come through. Pull that through. Hold that one down. Sometimes your you gotta make sure you come through there right. To me, that's why I have to have my second eye, because this hook is so little. You gotta make sure you got it on there. Let's see, I have it on there. So I'm gonna grab that part. I'm gonna go real slow with y'all with this. So I want y'all to see how I have my hand position. So I have going through like that. I come over like that. Now you can wrap it around that finger and just let that loose. Okay. You gotta have some tension on there. So we're gonna grab some more wire. Like I said, this hook is very little, and you need just a small hook to deal with this. You don't need a big one. Loosen it up, come through it. And see, there goes my chain. Okay, we're gonna go through it again. Now this do take patience to work with this thread in this small hook, but it can be done. So see, making my chain, and then I'm gonna grab another bead in a minute. So now I want to take this rose quartz, bring it down, keep my hook in there, and it went right back down that way. Okay. And I want to bring it all the way down. So now the rose quartz is right up against that. Okay, so now we got to get our fingers back in position here. So now there goes the bead, the rose quartz. Now I'm going to have to position this rose quartz just right. So I got it in that chain, coming on the other side of that rose quartz. So y'all can see what I'm doing here, because I got to tighten up on it. Okay. So I just made a little loop right underneath it. Now I got to make another chain. Get me a couple. Like I said, this can be tricky dealing with this. So you're going to have to show patience. Unless you like well, if you're a good crocheter, you can work with anything. If you can work with yarn, you can work with this. Me, I never work with yarn. I work with twine. Sometimes I can sit up here and just bust this, bust these little loops out, but I'm trying to show you all. Okay. I gotta tighten everything back up. So now I have that in there. I have that rose quartz locked in place. So now I'm making a couple of chains here. So I got about 3. Just got to be a little bit patient here. Now some people go under and over and pull it through. Now you can do that. So under and over and pull it through. But when you do that, you're going to get a different chain look when you do that under and up and over. Me, I just like to go right through it. Just pull it through instead of doing the up and over. So I'm going to pull that loose because I was just showing you a different way you can do that. And when you pull something loose, they call it frogging. Okay. Pull my chain back out of there. Now, I'm just going to do it my way here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Loosen it up some. 4. Loosen it up some. 5. Let me tighten my wire back up. Come on, wire. Grab a hold of my hook. Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. 6. Okay, so now I got 6 chains there. Got my chain going. So now I'm going to drop down another bead. Excuse the noise. So I'm dropping that down, putting that back through there so I don't lose my place. Just trying to make sure I don't get, you know, raveled up here. Get all twisted up. Okay, so now I got the dark green back on right there. Make sure I got to push down. Because I need to lock it in place. So see, now I got it locked in place. And that's how I look on that side. So it's locked in place. So now we're going to create 6 more things here. I got to loosen that up. Come on, come on, come on. Some people can do this with their eyes closed. Not me. I'm not a beginner, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. Come on, hook it, hook it, hook it. There we go. I need 6 on my chain here. So it's 1, 2, 3. We got 4. Loosen that up some. That's 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always keep your count if you're trying to do a count. And that's 6. Okay, so I'm going to need to drop another bead down, and this time it's the porcelain bead that I need. See, I dropped that one down now. Now this is a bigger bead, so this bead is going to be a little tricky, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to latch onto it. And try to pull the loop through my bead. So see, I pulled the loop through. So I want it to slide on there. So actually, my loop is going through now. And then I just finish crocheting the bead in place. So it's gonna slide. gotta tighten everything up on here. Because I'm dealing with my bigger bead now. And it's just gonna slide around. Now you could have crocheted that in place and made it stationary, but I want it to slide around. Hopefully you all is following along with me, seeing what I'm doing. That's why I wanted to give you up close and look at it. Now, like I said, you can do this with embroidery thread. You can even do it with elastic cording. You can do it with filament wire, like fishing wire. You can do it with this, do it with that as well. Because if, like I said, if you know how to crochet, you can crochet with any kind of material, wire, rope, it doesn't matter. Bead and wire, which is what I'm working with. But it's like fine bead and wire. So I'm gonna do one more here. Then I'm gonna slide another bead up. So now it's time to slide another bead. Now I had been out of commission doing crochet and jewelry for a while, and I had to, while I was out recovering, had to teach myself how to do it all over again. But once you back in the saddle of doing it, you pretty much know what you're doing. I've been, like I said, I've been watching the crocheting community on YouTube, and it inspired me to get back to doing my jewelry, crocheting my jewelry. Now, like I said, this is time consuming, so if you gotta really have patience for this right here. Really have patience. Because if you ain't got patience for this, this is not for you. Especially when you're dealing with such a small hook like I'm dealing with. Now you can do this with a bigger hook, and make just a bigger chain, you know, and your chain would be bigger and wider than this. Me, I don't mind. Now I want this to be kind of fine looking. That's why I got on magnifying glasses so I know where my hook is at. Come on here, hook. That's what I say, you gotta have patience. This is a real little bitty hook. There we go. So see, I'm making a little progress here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's time for another bead. I'm just dropping down another bead here. It's because I'm working right off the spool. It was just like if you was working right off a skein, so. Gotta lock that bead in place. Now go on. I'm just making my chain here. See, if you're a seasoned crocheter, you probably can do this a lot more faster than I can. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Okay, drop another bead down. Now we're going to be dropping down the purple bead. So now we got a purple bead on there. Get my hook back into position. So we're gonna lock this purple one into position here. I got everything tightened up here. So I want to make sure that bead is tightened in there. I don't like the way that looks. So we're gonna do that over because I just didn't like the way it was looking. Has to sit right up against that. Glue that down. Get everything locked into place on my fingers. My fingers is kind of slippery. I think that's a little better. Yeah, tighten everything up so I can grab it just right. There we go. Now you can make this chain as small as you want these little chains to be, or you can make them as big as you want them to be. It really is all your preference how you want this chain to look. You want a big chain, use a bigger needle. Oh, come on here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Just one more. Just give me one more. There we go. Now I'm going to do a couple more of these with you, and then I'm going to finish it off camera. And then we'll do the closing together. I just wanted to show you all how to crochet a necklace or a bracelet or even earrings for that matter with wire. So you use wire, you can use yarn, you can use twine, you can use filament wire, fishing wire. But you gotta remember, the bigger your wire, the thicker your wire is, the bigger needle you're gonna need. Okay, we're gonna do the finish touches on here. See, I got it all together. So we got it done like this. Now we just gotta do the finished touches. So we're gonna put some clamshells on it. Then put a clamshell on. Put a crimp bead on there. Uh-oh. Where did the crimp bead go? Okay. Got a crimp bead on. I'm gonna close it up in there. Make sure it's good and closed. And I'm gonna try to come down through my crimp bead. Come back down through the opening. If I can. And we'll close that up. So before we close that up, we'll just put exquisite. Same. Put a jump ring on it. Let's close it up. Let's do the other side. Open up the clamshell a little bit more. Sorry about the noise. We're almost finished. Just putting on the finishing touches now. Get on down in there. Trying to get the crop beads to stay down up in there. And keep this turned the right way. Come on, Mr. Crop Bead, stay down. Okay, now I got it. Sure, I got closed on it real good. I'm just gonna feed it back through. Let's see if I can feed this one back through. Find the opening there. There we go. You gotta close up in there. Let's put our jump ring on. Okay. Now let's just cut this off. Okay, we got that cut off. We can move all that out the way now. Cut that off. Okay, now we just gotta get rid of that. Find our center again. And it's right here. So where my center is at. So it's gonna be right there beneath that bead. This is going to be a long video because it took some time for me to just crochet that piece. Okay. Yep, that's my piece right there. So, let's get those on. Get the bar on, close that up. Okay, now that's closed. Oh, that's cute. That's gonna go a certain way there. And so I think they go that way then. I don't think it's closed all the way. And it's not. Okay, there we go. Let's move all that out the way. Finally done. So here go the finished piece. Crochet necklace. It's different. But anyone can do this. So I might put it that way. Move all of this out the way. Our final piece. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Learned a different technique. So all of this is crocheted in. So we got like an asymmetrical now because I have the porcelain beads to one side and the purple beads to the other side with the green and white right here. I think I might end up taking off that little bead right there so it'll look right. Other than that, that's the finished look. And you will see how it'll look on the bust. Doing if you look at the thumbprint, so the thumbprint will have it on the bust. That is our final piece. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging in there with me. And we'll be making some more jewelry, crocheting some more jewelry. Until then, have a beautiful and wonderful day. Bye-bye.